The first batch of the Retroid Pocket 6 is already in users' hands, and it's pretty much what the community hoped for, just with a few small hiccups that I'll go into later. There's a lot to love about this device. Let me start with the screen, as it is one of my favorite parts. The 5.5-inch AMOLED panel looks sharp, colors pop and have good saturation, and the 120Hz refresh rate makes scrolling and gameplay feel noticeably smoother than older devices. Once you get used to this screen, going back to a 60Hz handheld feels rough. As I have mentioned before, the performance is comparable to the Odin 2 Portal. The difference in raw power isn't huge since both run on the same Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset and can handle demanding Android games and emulation pretty well. The Odin 2 Portal usually has a larger screen and a bigger battery, which can help with longer play sessions, and its performance in heavier emulation or PC streaming scenarios often edges out the Pocket 6 by a bit due to that extra thermal headroom and battery capacity. Retroid Pocket 6 barely breaks a sweat with retro games. GameCube and Wii run easily at higher resolutions. PS2 games scale well and stay smooth. Even Switch emulation performs better than I expected for an Android device. It's not perfect, but for something this size, the results are impressive. Streaming from a PC is also excellent. Latency is low enough that it feels close to native gameplay. Build quality also feels better than past Retroid models. The small bumps on the back help with grip, and the triggers finally feel usable for modern games. The buttons are quieter and softer than before, which makes longer sessions nicer. The Hall effect sticks feel smooth and precise, and they don't have that cheap wobble some handhelds suffer from. Battery life lands right where I expected. Lightweight games last a long time, while heavier stuff like PS2, Switch, or PC streaming drains it faster. Still, standby drain is very low, which matters more than people realize. You can leave it overnight and barely lose charge. Now, the problems. There's really not much to say here. Retroid Pocket 6 is almost perfect, and these are like nitpicks. The front glass attracts fingerprints like crazy, and the back plastic feels a bit slick, especially compared to older Retroid models that had more texture. It doesn't feel bad, just less grippy than ideal. The design itself is safe and a little generic. It doesn't look premium, but it also doesn't look cheap. It's also not truly pocketable. It's small enough for a bag, but too thick and tall for actual pockets. Some users have mentioned OLED PWM flicker, especially at lower brightness levels, which could cause eye strain for people sensitive to it. This doesn't seem to affect everyone, and it can vary based on brightness settings and personal tolerance. Shipping has also been a bit uneven. While some units from the first batch are already reaching buyers, other orders appear to be moving slower due to display calibration and production adjustments, so availability may still feel inconsistent for now. That's something worth knowing going in. If you already own a Retroid Pocket 5 or an Odin 2 variant, Retroid Pocket 6 isn't a must upgrade. The performance gain is there, but it may not feel life-changing. If you're coming from older Retroid models or mid-range handhelds, the jump is absolutely worth it. For the price, it's hard to complain. You're getting flagship-level performance, a great screen, solid controls, and reliable cooling in a compact device. It feels like Retroid finally nailed the balance between power, size, and price. If you want strong emulation, a smooth display, and a portable Android handheld that doesn't feel compromised,